feel like your emotions are going to be like on Saturday, last home game, at least in the regular season, and just your time here at Oregon?
Yeah, it's gonna be a real sad day, man, because I'm finna enter a new chapter in my life, and I feel like I haven't really thought much about my time outside of Oregon because I've been here for so long. It's kind of felt like home. So I really don't even know like what's to come. Like it's gonna be a sad day, But life go on, Like it's my time to just. I'm getting old, so can't stay in college forever. So yeah.
Wonder if you could reflect on this is probably the best 4 or 5 game stretch of your careers in terms of production, some highlight runs, and what's kind of it been like being able to enjoy and experience that kind of a hot streak you've been on.
It's been fun. I'm very thankful for the guys that I have on this team that help create those explosives. Our receivers blocking on the perimeter. Running behind the best O line in the country. I feel like it's a blessing from God to just put me in the position that I'm in and put me behind those people because without them I wouldn't be anything.
What is the feeling like? No, kind of following with that. We talked obviously about recovering from the injury, but to go out in year 6 with the most production that you've had, to go out on a high note in this way, and with the team success also, but like when it's all coming together this way, because you had a decision to make last offseason too. So when it is all coming together the way you want it to, what is this feeling like every day?
Uh, like I said, just thankful, man, because it could be going the complete opposite way, But I'm thankful that I'm at a program where our coaches, the players, we all on the same, all on the same page. We work very hard, and we got that mindset that we're gonna really grind. Like the theme of the week was from the dirt, and I feel like since my injury that I was buried again, and I've just been trying to grow, and yeah.
Talk to me about that long run. Just how did you stay up there?
Emmanuel Pregnon. He just is a very large human being. He gave me that extra push that I needed, and yeah, ball security, man. Let's just not talk about it. Let's just not talk about it, please.
That wasn't going to be my question, but if we don't have to talk about it,
Thank you so much. I mean, I'll answer a question about it. I just uh, disappointed in myself about that one. Not gonna lie.
uh, what stood out about Jordan and kind of his progress? Because at the beginning of the season, we saw him primarily kind of short yardage goal line. Now he's breaking off 40-yard runs on the weekly basis and really impactful. Kind of where have you seen the progress, and how excited are you about what the future could be for those guys even after you're gone?
I'm very excited for him because they just special. As far as like Jordan, he's very mature for his age. He knows a lot of football. Like for him to be a freshman and know as much as he knows and to be able to come in and master the playbook and, master the weight room, he just attacks every day as a vet already. And I feel like the short line goal yardage was just, just to, see what he do. But him breaking off 40-yard runs, that's kind of like a normal thing for him because he does it all the time at practice, So it was just he earned that role, and he has a very bright future ahead of him. He stay healthy, he keep that mindset that he has. He going very big places.
The statistical production of your room is up already and surpassed last season's totals, and yet your carries across the board for every guy are minimal, or they're lower from what they were last year. How has like the share carry helped you guys stay fresh? Because a lot of you haven't had a lot of touches yet, but your production's really high.
I mean, I feel like it's not about how much you get the ball; it's about what you do when you get it. And we just have a room full of explosive playmakers. And we all go into the game with that mindset. When it's my opportunity, when I get that opportunity to help my team out, that's what I'm going to do. So, yeah.
Even if the playbook is very much the same for the past couple of years, when you guys are running 21, like 10 times more than you were each of the past couple of years,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
literally 10 times.
Yeah.
Like, how different is that, and how different is that in your room week to week, let alone on the field, when that's just something that you guys are turning to that much more?
Um, like I said, we have a room full of playmakers, like talent that's also that has you haven't even seen yet. Honestly, like we got players in the room that don't really play, but they got a very unique skill set. I just feel like our room can just produce. You know, like you want to put 21 on the field because, you know, playmakers. You know, I was like that's just what offense is. Like you want to get the ball to the players that's gonna make plays.
What do you see from this USC front, particularly when you BS in pass pro? Like, what stands out about these guys and about number 4 in particular on the inside?
You know, they're a good front. They're a great defense. They finesse players. You know, they quick twitchy. They get off the ball. Yeah, we just they do a lot of movements. You know, but our O line they gonna hold it down. Like I'm not really worried about that.
Back to just your time here. You say you've been here for a while. Can you
Mm-hmm.
speak to just the development you've gone through as a running back,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to have an opportunity at the next level, and just kind of how this program has helped shape you into this player that you've become?
Yeah, man. I feel like I learned how to play running back here. Like high school, I really played receiver. I played running back my senior year, my first year at Western Kentucky. I was just getting the ball running. I really didn't understand how to play the position. Coach Locke came my second year. You know, he was teaching me. He taught me like my foundation, and through the years he was here, he helped me grow and grow and grow. But I feel like after I got hurt and not playing for a year, I kind of lost a lot of that. And Coach Samples, he really honed in on like recreating me and just helping me perfect my craft again. Like sitting out for a full year, I feel like I tell my mom all the time, I feel like I forgot how to play football. So for him to come in such a vulnerable time for me and, put his arm around me and just help me create a routine, help me find my pace back into my runs, helping me realize, where I'm supposed to fit. It was big for me, and I'm very thankful for that. I've had two very good running back coaches throughout my career, and I'm blessed to have that.
What can you tell us about Brock and just the confidence that the team has in him when he gets a chance to go out there?
The team has the utmost confidence in Brock because when Brock gets his opportunity, he does what he's supposed to do, and then some. We support Brock. Brock shows up every day, and he competes his butt off. he takes football very serious. He's not a man of many words, but actions speak louder than words. I just try to get on him a little bit and help him out with from a leadership standpoint. He is the backup quarterback, but I'm like, when you going with the yellow group, like, I want to hear you. Like, I want to see you. Like, it's not just about throwing the ball or making the right reads. It's about bringing that energy, bringing that leadership, like conducting the offense. But as far as him doing his job, we have the utmost confidence in Brock.